Hello everybody, this is TechHut. This is my next tutorial on how to make your own bucket Minecraft server. So in this one I'm going to show you how to set up Essentials, which is how you get all your commands, how to set up the GroupManager, and explain to you what permissions are. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to want to open up your favorite internet browser, and within your internet browser you're going to want to search for Essentials bucket. I'll just have a direct link for you. So this is it, Essentials version 2.1. It might be a different version when you're doing it. When you're looking at plugins, it doesn't really say right here, which is kind of weird, but usually there's an extension with a build number at the end, so you know what build it's for. So downloads are here. Takes me to this page, and I'm going to download the latest version of Essentials 2.2. I'm going to click here to download it, and I'm going to want to download the entire zip file, just like that. I'm going to open it, and it opened. So now I'm going to want to open up my server folder, the YouTube server, which is what I'm using to do these tutorials. So now we're going to want to go into our plugins, and I'm going to get rid of this. It was for my last tutorial, and I'm going to drag and drop all of these in here. Now in here you're going to want to delete some of them. You're going to want to delete the Essentials Protect, just like that. You're going to want to delete, what else? I think that is it. Yep, just delete the Essentials Protect. We're going to use a different plugin for that in a later tutorial. So once you've done that, you can go back and run your server really fast. What it's going to do now is it's going to extract all of the config files, and it's done. So now let's stop our server properly by typing in stop. Just like that. Press any key, and that is how you set up your plugins. Now one thing you want to do is open up your ops text document and then add your username. Just like that. So, file, save, close that out. You're going to want to go into your plugins, and as you can see there's some folders right here. What you're going to want to do right now is go into your Essentials folder, and here's all your files. Your warps will be located here. This is your config file. This is what you're going to want to look at and kind of mess with. There's not really much you can change. Ops name color. One thing you could do is change that. You can search up Minecraft color codes, and color codes Minecraft. Sorry, I'm doing that live. Alright, once you find a website with color codes, here are all the color codes. I want my op color to be dark red, so I'm going to replace the C with a 4. So now my name is going to be dark red since I have added myself as a op. And you can just go through this, edit it to your liking. Just make sure you know what you're doing when you edit it. For example, this is the message of the day displayed on connect by typing /MOT. So this will this is what it will say when somebody connects to them. So you can edit this, like you can change this to go to form.techhut.us for commands. You can just add stuff like that. It's very, very useful. Rules right here. To add a rule, you can copy that like that, paste it in, and with this you're gonna want to make sure everything is lined up perfectly, and you can then add your rules. For example, this is the awesome rule, and you'd want to change the number to 4. So that's adding rules. Overridden commands, that's just for you, God. Restricted commands, only you can use this. Will only be available to ops, so only ops can use those commands. Kits, I'm not going to get into kits. Essentials home, not going to get into that. Essentials ECO. We're not going to be using Essential ECO. You can't remove it though. We're going to be using iEconomy in the future tutorial. So I think that's pretty good when it comes to that for now. If you have a SQL database and you know how to use it, you can put that there. I'm just going to save that, close it, and now what I'm going to talk about is the group manager. This is very, very important. So we're going to go into there. You're going to go into your worlds. You can't really do much with this config file. So go into worlds, world, and there's going to be two things here. There's going to be users, which consists of all the people in there. Before you do anything, you're going to want to add in your name right here. Just like that. You're going to want to give yourself admin, and that's about it. You can save that. And go into your groups folder, and you're going to want to well, the best way to explain this is the permissions thing. This is what how it all works. So the best way for me to explain this is the first one. This is the default group. They're going to have very few commands. They only have the help command, the list command, rules, and spawn. You can obviously change this if you want to. For example, if you wanted to give them the AFK option, you would just copy that, go back up to your default, hit enter, paste that in there. If it's red, you're obviously going to want to fix that by correcting the format of it like that. So now I save this, and the default group will now have access to that command, the /AFK. You can change the names of your groups if you would like to. For example, this semi-admin, I can change it to co-owner, and I can change my admin group to owner, just like that. And now one thing you're going to want to do if you do change your names, you're going to make sure the inheritance is set up correctly. So the one I did change was the semi-admin. I changed it to co-owner. So instead of semi-admin there, I'm going to put co-owner. And now, one thing I forgot to tell you is if you do change the name of your groups, you're going to want to go back into your users and change the group names here. So I would be owner, and that would be, I don't know who that is. I'm just going to put this as builder. So there you go. Save that. We can go back into our groups, and I'm going to show you how to set up permissions if a plugin has permissions. So I'm going to find an example plugin really quick, so I'm going to pause the video really fast. Alright, so I found a good example of a plugin. This is the Magic Carpet plugin. It does have permission nodes, which it says right here. All plugins should have the permission nodes on the form, or a link to where you can see the permission nodes. It has example use right here. So I'm going to get this plugin really quick. It's the Magic Carpet plugin. So I'm going to download this version. It's going to download right here. I'm going to save it. I'm going to open folder. I'm going to go into my plugins folder. I'm going to drag and drop the Magic Carpet in there, just like that. I'm going to take off that, and then I'm going to open up my server to install it. I'm going to stop my server, and then it added the Magic Carpet plugin. This is the config file for that. What you're going to want to do is go back to your groups YML file, and you're going to want to go to the form that this is on, and you're going to want to find the permission nodes. So these are the permission nodes. There's magiccarpet.mc and magiccarpet.ml. So you'd want to decide what group gets that. Let's just say I do not want my default group to have that. I want my builder group to have that, which is this group right here. So all I would do to give it to this group is to add it like this. I would copy and paste that in, take off these so the formatting is correct, and then I would add the next permission node for that like this. So then everybody with the group builder or above would be able to use that plugin because they now have permission to use the command. So that is it when it comes to permissions. If you have any questions, if you're having any troubles with anything, I'd be happy to ask. I know how to do everything, so I'm probably the good person to ask. Have my server if you want to join it. It's techcraft.no-ip.info, link in the description. This video is kind of long. I will make my next video demonstrating some of the commands, so have a good day and goodbye.